How did you begin dancing?
My mom, she's a Russian ballet teacher, so music was always in the house and dancing was always encouraged. And she claims that she didn't want me to become a professional dancer, that she was teaching me just for discipline, but we all know that's not true.
Right.
It's an outlet for me. It's a way to click the reset button. If there's ever something that's causing me sort of stress in my life, I can go in and get it all out. And it helped me find my identity at a really young age. Yeah. I immediately knew who I was. I knew there was nothing that was going to separate me from this dream, and I started to pursue it young. So it gave me my life.
I'm interested to hear, you know, I'm a decorator and there's a time in the day that I'm not thinking about moving something in the house or thinking about furniture in some capacity. As a dancer, are you always...
I'm choreographing right now.
You are? Okay. So I was wondering, you grow up around it. It must be just intrinsically around in everything you guys do.
Yeah, it becomes a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, it just becomes a part of who you are, and it's in your everyday. I'm more comfortable moving, as you saw earlier, than I am sitting still.
You said your mom was in ballet. What was it for you that you really connected with?
When I was about 15, I took my first hip-hop class, and there was no turning back after that. It was like, oh wow, this is what I want to do. I don't have to wear ballet shoes. I don't have to wear a dance belt. I can wear sneakers and listen to hip-hop music.
At what age did you move to LA?
17.
Oh my gosh, so
yeah,
crazy.
Fresh off of my first tour. I was living in Colorado, and I went on tour with Aaron Carter. Right? So actually, I came home, I told my mom, I was like, I have to move to LA. I need to pursue my life.
Yeah.
And,
do you remember your first big job?
My first big job, yeah. My first big job was Janet Jackson, and I'd say that was the one that put me on the map. The audition was huge. It was like the biggest audition at the time. Thousands and thousands of dancers went on for 3 or 4 days. Ended up landing it, and it literally changed my life. They got me recognition from the dance community and sort of projected me into where I needed to go.
What was it that really made you want to transition into choreography?
I would have to say, after dancing for Michael Jackson, which was sort of the pinnacle of my career, I decided to shift gears and to step behind camera and focus on my choreography.
What was it like getting the call that you're going to go on tour with Michael Jackson?
It was obviously a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
But I still feel lucky to have grasped, the last part of his legacy.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the biggest it can get for a dancer. So every day I woke up and I was so excited and fulfilled by everything that was going on. I truly treasured each moment. It was the first job that I've ever been on that I felt like, oh my gosh, finally everything is coming together. Like the lighting, the music, everything is at par with each other as far as quality is concerned.
This whole series is kind of born from this idea of home and what it means to people. And a lot of people think it's just a space or a room, but I think, in talking to you, home sounds more like dancing and performing and on the stage. Has that always been like that? Is that what it feels like to you? Is that coming home when you're there and you're doing a performance or choreographing something?
I'd say I definitely feel more at home when I'm in the studio and on stage than I do in normal life. I think I'm more comfortable as Misha Gabriel than I am as pedestrian Misha.
I love that. So do you have a process when you're sitting down to choreograph something?
It's somewhat different each time, but I think generally I try to listen to the music and study it first before attacking it.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a playful kind of, I like to compare it to Tetris. I know that sounds weird, but how you're moving things in different places. Sometimes it'll start with me finding a move or a groove, and it won't be where I put it, but then maybe it'll come back and be a different part of the music, and it's sort of rearranging my own Minority Report kind of situation, and I go through my own Rain Man kind of thing in my head and then spit it back out 4 days later, and it looks somewhat decent.
Do you think you'll ever stop dancing?
What do you think?
I mean, you can barely sit on the sofa right now without moving, so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think dance will always be, like I said, my way to reset, and it's how I keep saying, so no.
I love that.